I got really anxious one month because I was like, I spent like $800 on Uber Eats this month. I was like, that's bad.
What's up, guys? It's Graham here, and I'm not gonna lie, today is one of those moments where I have to sit down and pinch myself to make sure it's real, because I'm about to sit down and talk business with someone who I've looked up to for years, and that would be iDubbbz.
That's a bit of a problem. This is just sort of a dad bod simulator.
Now, some of you might know him for his comedic rants, or his edgy humor, or his Content Cop series that single-handedly destroyed careers while cumulatively racking up hundreds of millions of views. But lately, he's taken a softer, more artistic approach to filmmaking while he documents an inside look into the lives of unconventional people and unconventional stories. However, despite him creating content around others, very few people get to hear about him. And today, he's allowed me to turn the tables so he could talk openly about his views on investing, personal finance, saving money, and how he was able to grow from nothing into becoming the face of $1 million business. And real talk here, this entire money series was inspired by Ian after watching his Full Force documentary. Something just immediately clicked, and I told myself, I want to do that, but in such a way where I could showcase the financial behind-the-scenes lives of the most successful people in their field, and somehow that came true. Pokimane, Michael Reeves, Kevin O'Leary, and The Stradman all disclose their business that no one else talks about. And today we literally have the person who inspired it all right here, ready to be financially confronted by me. So if you enjoy these videos and you want to see more like it, just do me a really quick favor and smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Not only does doing that help me out a lot, but it's also totally free and it lets me know you want to see more videos like this. Plus, if you smash the like button right now, I'll finally stop asking. So thanks so much for doing that, and now let's go into the financial life and behind the scenes of iDubbbz.
It's a lot of fun reaching out to other people and collabing, and I think the sort of the financial stuff is like a lot of the stuff that people want to hear from their favorite YouTubers or whatever, but they just can't. It's like not accessible. So to have you come out and grill us, get all the information. It's very fun.
Is there anything that's off limits here that I can't ask you?
Nope.
Anything?
No.
I could ask you any question I want, you'll answer it.
Yes.
You'll be honest.
Absolutely.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
That's a genuine question?
Yeah, it's a genuine question.
Jeez. I have no idea. I never thought really, I didn't give it too much thought. I think making money doing something I enjoyed was like the only sort of barometer.
And then what led you to making YouTube videos?
I was watching a lot of game commentators online. So I did it as a hobby for a long time. A lot of past channels just dead and gone. But I played games. I didn't get particularly better as time went on because I was just doing it sort of casually. But eventually, I started making money and it started doing better when I would do different things. So I actually sort of grew out of the commentating over games and did more general commentary.
How long ago was this? Like, what age were you when you started doing that?
Oh God, it's kind of embarrassing to talk about because I'm like, I always think about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I was young, but I was like early 20s. I was playing like Minecraft and shit. Like commentating Minecraft when you're like 23 isn't particularly glamorous, but it was fun at the time. Yeah.
How much were you making back then?
I would say probably around $2,000 to $3,000 a month. And that was exactly where I was like aiming for. I was like, if I can make this, I could rent an apartment, I could get food, and that's pretty much all I needed. That's all I really cared about.
Did you go to school at all?
Yeah, so I graduated from Cal State San Marcos with a bachelor's in business management, and that was super useful to me because it was like this period of time where my parents could continue to hound me about getting a job and completing college and whatever else. And while they were hounding me about that, I was also doing YouTube, and it gave me like this weird little flux period where I could continue to grow the YouTube channel. So by the time I was out of college, I didn't actually have to get a real job. I could just keep doing YouTube.
Have you ever had a real job?
First The Gap, and then Legoland.
Never would have guessed.
Yeah. Legoland was much better. I was doing food and beverage, so I was flipping burgers and cutting watermelon.
What did you spend the money on back then?
I didn't spend very much money. I definitely err on the side of saving, but yeah, not much, to be honest. Like gaming stuff, like computer parts, that sort of thing. When I was working at Legoland, I had this. They have this day. I don't know, like. Legoland's not going to come after me. They had this day where it was like half price all Lego products for employees, and I was into like flipping at the time, so I would buy half price Lego products in Legoland and flip them on eBay, and that definitely helped out the like $8.50 minimum wage that I was earning. That was a start, I think, of like trying to earn a little bit more.
What do you think of the school system in general?
It's going to be sort of the same thing that you hear from most people, I think, my age, who haven't really experienced much benefit out of paying the ridiculous amounts that people are paying for school. It's generally useless. If you ask, I think, anyone who's semi-successful, they'll say, don't go to school unless you need it to become a doctor or a lawyer or something like that, or a civil engineer. But I think a mentor is like infinitely more useful than, 4 years of school.
How did you figure out to be different?
A lot of those unboxing videos, I was just like, I think in a lot of ways at wit's end in like video ideas. I'm like, I can't come up with anything, so I'll just be a clown in front of the camera for 30 minutes.
So recently I've noticed you've shifted a lot from that content to more of the behind the scenes and making documentaries about other people. What caused that shift?
I would compare it, Graham, to a financial portfolio, right?
Okay.
Maybe for the past, 5 years, I've had like 50-60% of my portfolio in commentary, general commentary, ranting, giving my take. Maybe like 20-30% into edginess and toxic behavior that could, drag people in. But I need to start to sort of balance my portfolio, take a little bit away from the edge, because it's not great returns on that.
Sure.
Well. If it isn't the Batman here to steal all my coyote urine.
But the documentaries you're making, I gotta say, are incredible. How much do they cost to make?
Oh man, it's cheap. The cost of an Airbnb, 1 bed, 3 dudes. Yeah, not much. I would say like $2,000.
Now the question I'm really curious, how much do these make?
Something like the Airsoft Fatty one, that ended up doing a lot better than I thought it would, because there was some questionable stuff in it, but it did, I think, probably around $20,000, and that's like really good for like my channel, because usually it's like much lower CPM rates. And then beyond that, it's just whatever a sponsor would give. Which is round about the same.
And then what about for Ice Cream Man?
That one was better because we had merch. We split the merch like roughly 3 different ways. It was Dax, me, and Dane. And net sales on that were maybe, 200,000, something like that. I think we kind of prefer doing that because obviously you don't have to put some weird ad in there or halfway through. You don't have to deal with those weird requirements, and the fans walk away with something, a little keepsake. Let's just put it this way, guys. If you want to own a piece of history, then you'll buy this shirt.
So how is your business broken down right now?
So we got me at the top, and then we got an army of editors, like 3 editors.
Okay.
One does like a stream highlights channel thing. Another one does the documentaries, and another one just sort of picks up the slack when I have a tummy ache or something. Beyond that, there's really nothing.
How many hours a day do you usually work?
It's very tough because when you're, I guess, working from home, self-employed, whatever you want to call it, you don't really track your time very well, and what categorizes as work time is very weird. Like the stuff I'm doing, like, lately I've been getting into Twitch, and I've been like just kind of watching other Twitch streams and doing research, not necessarily setting things up or anything, but I've just been brainstorming a lot of the time. And that really kind of coincides with leisure a little bit. So it's really hard. I would say, if I'm being honest, it's probably around 5 to 6 hours a day.
Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. I hope yours is going better than mine is.
How many different income sources do you have?
AdSense is like 50% of the income, merch is like 30, and sponsorships is like 20.
Can you share approximately how much that works out to be?
Roughly, it vacillates between like 200,000 to 500,000 a year. So I think at the start I was motivated by money, but you I'm sure have seen it. Like, there's a lot of studies out there measuring happiness, and it's like maybe $100,000 is like peak utility that you can get for your money. And I tend to agree with that. I think anything past that 100,000 per year kind of number, you just don't get any extra value. So I think basically since I reached that number, I've just been like, what creative mark can I leave on the world? What can I do? I have a mobile game that I'm working on. That's sort of been my project for the past 3 or 4 years.
Now, what about your investing? How much of this income are you saving?
I guess whatever I'm not spending, I'm saving. So it's probably close to 80% is being saved. And that gets split in between my SEP IRA and just an individual account, and then a bunch of random things. I have 2 houses, and I recently started investigating the private crowd-funded real estate kind of stuff.
Okay.
That's been nice instead of actually having to buy properties.
Has this always been something you've been interested in, or did this come just as you started making more money?
Well, I think everyone's wired a little bit differently. I think you're someone who totally is gamifying your life a bit, where you're like, oh, I just love to see all the value I can extract from different things. It's fun. It's fun figuring out credit cards, how you can maximize the amount of money that you can make, and I think that's been maybe from when I was 25 and older. I was more interested in spending my time listening to financial podcasts or just general YouTube videos talking about that stuff.
So 2 houses. What was the first house you bought?
A single family residence.
For yourself?
Yes. All the boomers in the world are just obsessed with real estate, and they just talk about real estate like it's the best thing ever. And I sort of took that information to heart, so I was like, okay, I'll get a house. I like owning stuff. It feels like I'm not throwing away my money.
What about the second place? Is that for a rental?
Yeah, so the first place, actually, I want to rent that out now. I've left it, I've paid it off completely, so I got a new place just thinking I'll dabble in the rental property thing. So I don't know if it's going to be my thing yet, but we'll see.
Why did you pay it off?
Yes, I knew you were going to ask me about that. It is a huge weight off my shoulders. I do not like having this, I don't know what you call it, negative cash flow. I don't like spending, having that money disappear. And I wasn't confident that I'd be able to get renters in straight away. So I hate the idea of okay, I got 2 mortgages that I got to keep up with. And, maybe that would be good. Maybe that would put the fire under my to get renters in there. Yeah, I just don't like the feeling. It feels really bad.
So where else are you investing your money? You mentioned Tesla stock.
Every year my tax guy says, yeah, put a bunch of money into your SEP IRA, so I'll do that. Lately I've been opening just more accounts and stuff. For some reason, even though everyone I know puts all their money in indexes and stuff, I've generally avoided that. I've just been picking and choosing. I really don't know why. There's no one that has told me to do that or anything. I just feel more confident in companies rather than these indexes.
What are your biggest holdings?
Definitely Tesla. I got in it early 2017 or something like that.
Wow.
So I've just been having a ball.
How much did you invest?
I've only recently opened up individual accounts.
Yeah.
So it's all it was just my retirement account. So I do the max contributions in a SEP IRA every year, and that would pretty much be in Tesla, Amazon,
and NVIDIA and a couple other ones.
So where do you learn about personal finance, or where do you pick up on some of these things?
Just all YouTube videos.
Okay.
I mean, like, what you're doing for people is very good. You know, it's like, there's a ton of financial people on YouTube. I think everyone has like a person that they can kind of model their behavior after a little bit. There's a lot of people who are like crazy about Warren Buffett. They're all about value investing. There's people who are just crazy about Tesla now. So I'll just get a mix of what I think, you know, works for me. I've taken more of a like, what stocks would I like to, or technology would I like to see perform well in the long term? So like clean energy stuff, things that are helping people out, generally is the things that I will invest in. And I was like, well, if it doesn't do well, like, I just sort of write it off saying, well, I tried, you know?
Yeah.
I tried to essentially fund something that I thought would be good for the world.
Yeah.
It's tricky though, because like, I know that a lot of the you know, money I'm up right now, it just makes you feel like you're smart, but I know that like a lot of these decisions I've made have just been so casually done. I'm not looking into their financials. Like obviously if I looked into Tesla's financials leading up to 2017, I wouldn't have put any money in there, right?
Yeah.
So it can trick you. It can make you investing can make you think you're a lot smarter than you are.
Welcome to the iDubbbz TV makeup tutorial channel. I'll tell you one thing.
NVIDIA is another example. I was like completely clueless. I was just like, I like their graphics cards. They go real fast. They render really well. And then one day it was like, I don't know, they're doing autonomous driving stuff maybe. I'm not exactly sure what bumped them up to where they are now, but it's just wild.
How many credit cards do you have?
4?
Not bad.
Yeah.
What's your credit score?
It's scraping 800.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I pay everything off, man.
That's
I
fantastic.
overpay oftentimes.
So do you think now you're saving enough and you're making enough money?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. It's sort of, I think of it like I can get a little anxious and stressed out about money. I know I have like no reason to at this point in my life, especially. But I kind of view it as like a cushion. Occasionally I'll you know, see how much money's there, see if it's overstuffed or understuffed, and try to spend or save accordingly. I got really anxious one month because I was like, I spent like $800 on Uber Eats this month. I was like, that's bad.
That is bad.
It's not bad. It like, especially for a person in your position, you can totally afford to do it. I looked at my spending and like, we probably spend pretty similarly. And I'm like, I've like maybe like $40,000 last year in spending. And that's like everything. That's like flights, that's, you know, I got 2 dogs that need surgeries and crap. And it was like, it was not bad. And I'm paying for meals for, you know, Anissa and I'm usually the one doing Uber Eats.
Yeah. If you're doing it out of laziness, if you have nothing else to do, if you're sitting on the couch watching like bad reality TV, then it's probably better you go to the grocery store or go and pick up Chipotle.
Oh yeah, there's under a certain income level, you should never use those services.
In general, if you're just being lazy, doing nothing, then I would rather use my time going to the grocery store. If I'm in the middle of something, I'm like, I gotta grind out a video, I'm running behind, I gotta get something done, then it's better to pay the premium. So I avoid lazy spending. If it's out of laziness, don't spend
but
it.
what about, okay, let's imagine this like futurology lifestyle where you don't have to pay for a fridge. You don't even have to pay for a damn microwave or a stove or all this nonsense. You just get food delivered to your door.
$3.99, the whole thing.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, I know.
Man, that's heavy.
So look, you could get 7 of these for the entire week. You'll spend about $25 for an entire week's worth of lunch.
That's like 1 chicken wing in there.
Yeah.
1 chicken wing.
And the lettuce.
Lettuce? That don't fill you up.
It does, try it. So what are you motivated by right now?
I've gotten a lot of enjoyment out of a bunch of different things, so I really don't know where to put my focus. Like right now we're working on the mobile game Pocket Squirrel,
and that is really fun, and I could see doing more game-related stuff. But then the documentary is also a lot of fun. That's more my speed and more my skill set, so I could see doing more of that. I think just kind of anything art-related, anything where I can, put my fingerprint, anything I can put my fingerprints on, including a Tesla.
And then what's the best money advice you've heard?
Save it, baby. Save it, baby. Just save it. But you can get better at saving it by not putting it in a checking account nor a savings account. You can, at least in this current moment in time in history, you'd probably be better off putting it into an index fund or something that is actually at least matching or beating inflation. Hey guys, I think you might want to consider hitting the like button, only if you want to though. You don't have to. If it's going to add value to your life, hit the like button. Otherwise, there's no need to dislike it, just leave it blank. And also subscribe if you want to. There's no need, you won't make money by subscribing, but you might learn some things. It would help Graham reach 10 million subscribers, which I think is the next milestone. Are you excited for that, Graham?
Ecstatic.
Yes, I want mine as well. My diamond play button. Good luck, guys. Keep your chins up. All right.
All right, cool.
That was so good.
That's great. Thanks, man. So with that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see the entire unedited clip of this video, it was like 40 minutes long. I'm going to be posting that on my second channel, The Graham Stephan Show. The link to that is down below in the description. Just go ahead and subscribe to that channel, and you'll see the video posted there very shortly. Oh, and also, while you're down below in the description, if you like free money, which basically everyone likes free money, the free stock trading brokerage Webull is going to be offering you 4 free stocks when you deposit $100 in the platform, and those stocks could potentially be worth all the way up to $1,600. So anywhere from $18 to $1,600 is how much you're going to get just for signing up and depositing $100 on the platform. And you could just go and sell those stocks afterwards if you want and take the money, or you could use them in their free stock trading platform. So there you go. Enjoy the free stocks, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.